Hello everyone, this is the Collective Soul Tarot and my name is Kay. Today is September 1st, Friday 2023, and I'm really excited because I've been telling you all about how I've started a new series called the Alphabet Readings. And today is the day we first do this, and tomorrow it's going to, since there's 26 alphabets, we'll be doing this throughout the month. 26 letters, right? So whatever letter I pull from the box here today is the one that we're going to focus on. So if I pull the S or whatever, for example, whatever is the first letter of the name that you most are referred to and you most identify with, that's the letter that we're going to go with. It's going to help narrow down the generalization of a reading, like all the collective general readings is like, because the collective ones are about being for the general population, right? The collective. And this one here will be, although there's zodiacs that help for that too, but there's only 12 zodiacs. This has got 26 different alphabet letters, so that it's going to even narrow down the generalizable by twice plus 2, more so than the zodiacs even do so. Okay, so I'm just trying to help you get a little bit more specific, more like a private reading without the cost of a private reading, but it's more like it's more specific for you. And so that's what we're going to do every day, at least 26 times every month. Okay, so I hope you will join me in these readings when it becomes when it's your letter that you most identify with, the first letter of your name. It could even be the first letter of your last name. If you're like a lot of guys from that I've known from the past, they used to call their buddies by their last name, so they were most identified by their last names. So let's go ahead and start this off. I'm going to ask Archangel Michael and the Holy Spirit to assist and guide me in drawing the letter that most needs to be drawn today, that the person who has that letter as their first initial, it needs to hear today, whatever they need to hear today. So I'm going to draw a letter. It's going to go into the box because it won't go back in the box until the beginning of next month. And you'll just have to trust that I'm not looking. Okay, I am not looking. Trust me, I'm not looking. All right, here we go. We're picking one. A. Oh, jeez. How could that be, right? That's amazing. Okay, so once I'm done showing you that it's A today, where are we going to put that? This is my first time. Let's put A right there, just so you know what? You may not see it because sometimes I just do. Oh, I'll figure it out. Okay. Let's go ahead and begin your reading. Archangel Michael and Holy Spirit, what can we know about the specific information we need to know about for our subscribers, viewers, returning viewers? And if you like what you see, please consider subscribing and liking, even commenting to let me know how this may have resonated with you, or if you just like that we're doing this. Okay, what do they need to know for A names? This is for A names, people. A name people. I can't believe we're actually starting off with A. I can't believe it. It's like, that's just so, and I wasn't looking. Okay, so let's cut the deck. All right. What do we know today? All right. Overall, ooh, you A names, you're sitting on the fence, not wanting to make a decision about something and not wanting to see something, and definitely not saying anything. Wow, okay. Let's see what the challenging energy is. It's the 7 of Cups, because maybe you have too much to think about. Too confused. Too much confusion, too much chaos, just wanting to sit in fantasy land, just fantasizing about all the different things that you really enjoy, or would like to enjoy in your life, including people. What's the distant past? King of Swords. Okay, so somebody was, somebody either has cut somebody out of their life, or they were quite cold and, you know, just black and white with somebody in the past that may have hurt somebody's heart. Just saying. Okay, what's the most recent past? Page of Swords. So yeah, there was a difficult message of truth that had been delivered. Okay, for the A's, what's up in A's mind? Knight of Cups. Oh, wanting to offer a cup of love, a sincere and devoted cup of love to somebody. That's what's in your mind, A. That's what you're thinking about. So what's the bridging energy? Your energy, future energy is Judgment. So you made a final decision because you've been judged in some way from it possibly being like this. Yeah, possibly being too cold towards somebody. What's your greatest fear, A? Is the Ace of Pentacles. So you're afraid that you're going to be losing a lump sum of money, or that the divine will not look kindly on you. All right, and who's in your environment? The Five of Cups. Oh, somebody is missing you. Somebody who's missing you. You either see them as somebody who's missing you and may be feeling remorseful and regretful, or there's actually somebody who does feel like that. Remorseful. Missing. There's Two of Cups back here, which is, you know, they're standing upright, right? So, but you're not looking at them. This person is not looking at them. They're looking at their failures here, the cups that are tipped over. Right? So that's what they're focused on, or at least you think they're focused on that. What is your hopes? Your hopes is Three of Cups for a reunion, a celebratory time of maybe you're going to meet this, reunite with this person, or see each other again at a party or some social event or gathering. That's what you're hoping for, is to be able to run into them. Either on purpose or not, just by accident, but you're hoping to see them again. Just put it that way. Okay, and what's the potential outcome? Ace of Cups. Isn't that lovely? And it's divinely inspired. It's a new opportunity for a brand new start with love, in love. I got to bring it all down here. Yep. Excuse me. All right, guys. So let's get some clarification for you up here. We have the Two of Wands, having to make a decision, choosing a path. And the High Priestess, using your intuition or choosing a path towards someone you see as a High Priestess. Someone who's highly spiritual, maybe a light worker, somebody who is closely connected to the divine and lives by that kind of guidance. All right, what's your person's energy here? The one in your environment. Knight of Pentacles, wanting to move towards you, wanting to come back into your life. Yeah. Wow. Okay. They're wanting to come back into your life. Let's see here. Ace of Swords. They want to bring truth, clarity, and transparency. Excuse me. You know, come to you with integrity. Okay. Wow, this is interesting. So what's some more clarification? On the back of the deck, we have strength. Somebody is either holding back or developing some kind of strength and courage to move forward. We have the Two of Pentacles, making a decision or having made a decision and now is in balance and control of their emotions. 4 Cups, at one time having rejected or would like to reject a cup of love. And the Queen of Pentacles, somebody who I believe this is the love interest for the King of Swords, who's been sitting on the fence. All right. Yeah. So guess what, guys? A names. You got somebody in your environment who's feeling left out and remorseful and missing you, who wants to come back to you, you know, in a how do you say, in a slow, in a methodical way that is not overwhelming. Okay, wants to slowly move back towards you. Yeah, and they're telling you that they want to be upfront, honest, transparent, and truthful with you. So it seems to me, A names, you've cut somebody out, but that was this Queen of Pentacles that you cut out. Okay, so let's just go here for a minute. You have been thinking and sitting on the fence about moving towards, with a cup of love, back towards somebody you see as the priestess, high priestess, right? Somebody who is, well, a light worker, but somebody who is highly intuitive and, you know, lives her life guided by the divine. Yep. And you see her as the Queen of Pentacles right here. See, you see her as the Queen of Pentacles. So you're wanting to follow the right path this time because you were on a different path before, where you were involved with this person here that's currently in your life. So this is the one that you have in your environment right now that's feeling, you know, that they've done you wrong, and they want to come back because they don't want to be left out of your life. But you're taking, that was this path here with this one. You're choosing this path that the divine is lighting up for you. And that is the one you're saying to yourself, look, I've done this already. I've been there and done that. That didn't go so well for me. I should have chosen that one, but I didn't. But I'm choosing it now. God darn it, I'm choosing it now. That's the end of it. Because you want to reunite with this Queen of Pentacles, and you want to give her and offer a great big huge cup of love that the divine is actually encouraging you to do. And but this one here is in your environment, so you've got to deal with this, and you know that. So you're all caught up in your head and your thoughts. You've got too many options, this one and that one, right? Too many options to be able to think clearly just yet, to make a decision with clear mind, because you're not clearly thinking. You're all caught up in your head too, with the blinders on, not saying a darn word to anybody. These are your emotions. The moon back here is you blocking your emotions from coming up for anyone, right? So you've just been sitting on the fence thinking about it. In the meantime, life goes on, right? Let's put this, I don't know where to put this. Right here? This is going to work for you? A names? I'm sorry. This is my first one. Okay. So I hope this made sense to you. This is somebody that had been holding back, making a decision, holding back from making a decision about moving towards somebody that at one time offered them a cup of love. This is juggling, right? Trying to balance your emotions with your mind. Look, he's standing in where the water is splashing up all around him. The ship's there. He's trying to decide if he should jump on the ship to move towards this person that once offered him the cup of love, where you rejected it at one time from who you see as the Queen of Pentacles. And you're trying to find the courage in order for you to jump on that ship to go towards her, or you're just going to jump on that ship like jumping ship, like I'm just getting out of here. I'm not dealing with anything or anyone. But I think it's more like you want to jump on the ship to move towards her so that you can accept her cup of love. all right? The one that you rejected in the past, because you saw you had good things going on as far as you were concerned at the time, and you just said, no, I don't need you. I got enough here. There we go. So he's realizing that what he thought he had enough of was not exactly what he expected. And now he wants to give his cup of love to his darling Queen of Pentacles. And he's hoping, well, he's fearful that he's going to lose a lot of pentacles. That's why he's still sitting on the fence, right? Fearing that when he deals with this one here who's in his environment, that he's going to lose out on a lot of money, like a lump sum of money through a divorce. Yep, makes sense to me. Okay, guys, let's talk about the Two of Swords and the Seven of Cups energy. Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, what can you tell us about the energy that A names are sitting in right now pertaining to the Two of Swords and the Seven of Cups energy? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Eight of Wands, Fool, Tower, and then the Seven of Wands on the back. There's the Seven of Wands. Woohoo! And the devilish energy, along with overindulgent. Yeah, and wanting to, you know, seeing somebody as your Two of Cups, which is those Two of Cups back here on the Five of Cups. All right, so guys, the clarification for the Two of Swords, Seven of Cups is, bing, is that you want to send passionate messages towards your Queen. Let's put her over here so we can see her. To your Queen of Pentacles, the one you see as the Queen of Pentacles. And you are wanting to take that leap of faith, but at the same time, you are remembering, because remember, your eyes are closed, so you know you got a lot of things coming up in your from your subconscious into your conscious mind. You can see this now, right? That you're being overindulgent and having too many options that kept you from being sincere. So intuitively, I'd have to say that this person here, this King of Swords, is actually in the reverse, and I'll explain that afterwards. But yeah, you were having passionate messages back and forth, with who you see as your Queen of Pentacles. You may not have seen her that way at the time, but you do now, because you foolishly moved towards her in a way that ended up bringing down the Tower, because you were in the energy of wanting to have a fling with your Queen of Pentacles while you were with somebody else. Okay, does that make sense? And so the Tower came down. The Tower is like a huge, great big change, all right? A sudden dramatic change in life. It's like the top has been blown off. Your crowns have been blown off, and you are falling so that you can get back up and recollect and build a stronger foundation so that your Tower doesn't come down again. All right, so you have been in defense mode ever since, and sitting in this toxic energy that is something that you have been overindulging in life with this one here, or at least with somebody. Now this might be, I don't know, well, let's check it out. I know this is somebody that A has been with. This is a partner, a spouse, or whatever, long-term commitment. Let's look at the King of Swords. Let's look at A as he was in the distant past. What was going on there? The King of Swords is somebody who, when they're in reverse, they're cold and they're callous. They are very cutting, and it's black and white and very military-like, and just like, it's going to be my way, my way, or it's the highway for you. So just not a nice, pleasant energy. First of all, there's no emotion at all in it. It's like, I'm sorry, but that's just the way it's going to be. I'm done. You're just going to have to move on. That kind of thing. Okay, Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, what can we know about the King of Swords energy? Yep, that I was married. Yeah, and that I was seeking Yeah, okay. 5 of Wands. Okay, so he had stars in his eyes at the time when he met his love interest. A had stars in his mind for his Queen of Pentacles person. And he ended up having to tell her that, and quite coldly, that he's married. He's already in a committed relationship. That is what the Hierophant can stand for, indicating that someone is married or wanting to be married. They were married. A was married when he met the Queen of Pentacles, who he saw as somebody who was a bright star in his life. And of course, he was alluring, she was alluring because she shone so brightly. And so he just saw her as his star, and he just wanted to be able to get to know someone like that, to have her in his life, irregardless of who he was really committed to. But it caused a lot of mayhem in his life and in a broken heart. Okay, like this doesn't show the broken heart, but he's trying to mend from the broken heart so that he can pick up his sword and move forward with integrity and truth, honesty from the past. Okay, so that's the energy for the King of Swords in reverse. He was also dealing with his married partner here. There was a lot of, because she probably found out about the Queen of Pentacles, him having this side hustle, right, with her. And there was a lot of conflict and chaos that ensued after that he was sitting in. Just feeling like, oh my God, I've been found out. My wife knows, and now I'm a bad guy. And it's just like, I don't know how to get out of this. I'm gonna have to, kiss some butt, right? If I'm gonna stay with this one, which I think at the time, you wanted, you weren't planning on moving away from your committed relationship with your spouse or your long-term partner. Well, no, you were married, so it's spouse. Maybe afterwards you start thinking about it, but at the time when you met the Queen of Pentacles, you were just kind of like wanting to have your cake and eat it too. Ideas in your mind. So the most recent past is the Page of Swords. There was a difficult message of truth that needed to be delivered, or it's somebody that you've been keeping an eye on from a distance over time, but not saying anything. Just keep an eye on her. And this could be the Queen of Pentacles. So a difficult message of truth had been given to the Queen of Pentacles, but in a very callous and cold cutting way, because he had to break that tie. He had to be with his wife, right, who probably found out about y'all. So what's this energy? The Seven of Swords. Yep. Justice. And there's the Three of Swords, okay? With the Five of Swords, yep. He was in self-sabotaging energy. He was doing, like, what was it called? It's damage control. He was in damage control mode when his wife found out about the affair or the connection, the clandestine relationship, that he went into, he was being deceptive, okay? He was deceptive and lying about his marital status, right, with his person to the Queen of Pentacles, because he probably thought if she knew he was married, she wouldn't have anything to do with him, and he didn't want that. She was his star, right? He saw her as somebody who would be a bright guiding light in his life, but he ended up breaking the Queen of Pentacles' heart. He ended up breaking his own heart because of the way he hurt his wife's heart, breaking her heart. Maybe he has a family with her. And he ended up breaking his own heart his wife's heart, his own heart for what he did to you, how he left you so cold and out in the cold, right? Left out in the cold, having deceived you into thinking he was available, but he wasn't. His heart's broken. Well, this is the deception card. Sorry, they kind of look the same, don't they? All these swords. But yeah, that was self-sabotaging behavior. He had to deliver a difficult message of truth that was caused by an injustice. That his injustice was that he was cheating on his wife with the Queen of Pentacles. It was self-sabotaging. I got to win. I got to do damage control here. I don't care. I'm going to just have to cut her out of my life, and I'm going to do it in a way that everybody in his mind wins. She can get on with her life. She doesn't have to have the likes of me in her life anymore. We can get on with our life as a married couple, and I'm just going to tell my wife whatever I need to tell her. Oh, she didn't mean anything to me. That was nothing. That connection had no meaning to him. He was just doing it because he was bored or lonely or whatever, right? And he made you the queen. He made his love interest the other woman, the Queen of Pentacles, or the Queen of Wands. I'm sorry. Okay, so that's the clarification that kind of rounds out this whole past, the distant and the most current past. Let's talk about what A is thinking about. What is A thinking about Archangel Michael? What's in his mind? His or her mind? Yeah, his mind. A's mind. I'm just saying masculine. I guess we have two queens here. Right? Okay. So what's in A's mind? What's he thinking about? Knight of Cups with the Two of Cups. The King of Wands. And the Page of Cups. Okay, with the Knight of Swords. He wants to come in fast and furious to lay down the goods, to give you the goods about why, how, and what went on in the past, and why he cut the Queen of Pentacles out of his life, out of A's life. A is thinking about how he loves his love interest from the past, how he loves the Queen of Pentacles and the one he put it in the position of the other woman, because that's what the Queen of Wands is when it comes to somebody who's already in a committed relationship. And, well, the third party, right? And then the King of Wands, he's going to take action, he's going to be upright, and he's going to fight for what it is he wants. He's not going to take no for an answer after he's delivered his truth, right? After he's offered a simple message of an apology and a sincerity. Please forgive the noise in the background. I have somebody, I don't know, playing in the box maybe. Oh no, it's my dog. Okay. That's what happens when you have pets. Okay, so Knight of Swords here. You want to deliver the goods, like to lay it all out. That's why the sword is up in the upright, like he's coming in fast, a fast action moving with the sword held high to say, please hear me out. I really need to tell you this. I hope that you can forgive me. I want to apologize, and I'm not, not going to take no for an answer. I'm coming. There's no ifs, ands about it, because I love you. That's the energy you're thinking about, A. That's what you want to do. Okay? Yep. That's my dog. You see your person, your Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, as a very strong divine soulmate connection. Your lover. That's what you're thinking about. How you must be soulmates, because he can't get you out of his mind. Let's talk about the Judgment energy here. You know what? Let's first let's clarify the Five of Cups, the person that's in his environment right now. What is the Five of Cups energy, Archangel Michael? Who, what, where, why, and when? Please Thank you so much. Can you tell us about the Five of Cups energy? Who's in it? What's it about? The King of Cups. Okay. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. And Temperance with the Knight of Swords. Somebody has been losing sleep because they have been sitting in this energy that you have obviously turned your back on this person, because you have whatever's been going on in your married life with this individual. It must not have been very, very good. It was probably challenging, but it's a long-term commitment. So you're married to this person, the Hierophant, remember, in the Ten of Pentacles. You've been committed to this individual. You gave your heart, money, and soul to this individual. Maybe not so much your heart, but probably in the beginning. You may be pulling your heart back, your emotions back from this person now, and they're wanting you to be, they're wanting, okay, first of all, they would like for you to continue to be their King of Cups, the one that loves, okay, the one that has got the King of Cups heart. Somebody has got the King of Cups heart. They are the one that want to have your heart, the King of Cups. But also, this card is telling us that she is quite actually, your partner is quite actually oftentimes in the masculine energy, just more masculine, more aggressive, or less emotional. That's the King of Cups. They will do for you to demonstrate that they love you, the King of Cups, but they don't necessarily share their emotions with you at all. So she wants to tell you that she wants to have your heart. She doesn't want you to give your heart to somebody else. And reminding you that you're in a long-term commitment and that peace and love will reign in your lives again, because I really, really miss you, and I want to come towards you to show you, without pressure, but with commitment, that you and I belong together, and I'm going to be truthful and honest with you, because whatever she's done in the past or recently is something that's been anything but peaceful. She is now in the Nine of Swords energy, losing sleep at night because she misses you. She misses what you have together, or at least what you had together. She sees you pulling away, that there's somebody else on your mind, somebody else you want, and that somebody else is the Empress, okay? There's somebody else is Empress, who is also your Queen of Cups. But Empress, right? She's your Empress. The one that you love is your Empress. So let's talk about the Judgment. What final decision has been made? What has the divine, come down and said, this is what needs to be done? What is the final decision? What's the Judgment energy here for A? Yep. She's all four queens, except for the Queen of Swords, not here yet. But the Empress is all four queens together. She's the most sought after feminine in the deck. So the Nine of Pentacles. You need to be single. That's Judgment. And you need to be enlightened. And you need to give equal representation. You need to give fairly. I'm not going to try and say that word, because right at the moment I'm just going to get all tongue-tied. But the world, an ending of one chapter so that you can walk away and go into a new cycle to be with your Empress. A. That's what Judgment is saying. We're just going to bring them out. Hopefully I remember they're over there. Okay, so clarifying Judgment. Judgment has come down, and you also on your own have decided, from being enlightened about who is in your heart and what's most important to you, what's going to make you feel happy, what's going to help you expand and grow and be the best you can be, the best person you can be in your life, is the one here, the Empress, who you also see as being independent and quite well off, being smart, skillful, able, obviously prosperous, doing well in your life, and she's looking darn good too, I might say, as the Empress as well. But this is you. You need to get into, and she's independent. So you need to get into independent mode yourself, living the single life, putting an end to this, and this is what Judgment is telling you. You need to put an end to this. You need to see the error of your ways and move towards your happiness, who is your Empress, and give to her fairly now that you did not do before. Reciprocity, yes, that's equal give and take. So you need to be able to give to her in ways that you did not give to her before. That was not fair. It was unjust back here, remember? So when the Judgment card, or when the Justice card comes out, it means that something was unjust. So the Divine has had you hanging by your foot for a while so that you can let go of your material thoughts and world for a while. Those are the coins coming out. There's the Queen of Swords. Coins coming out of your pockets. You're looking at the sun, at the light. You're being enlightened. You're having to sacrifice the material world for a while, feeling like you're just kind of hanging out and stagnant, sitting on your fence. But this time, sitting on your fence, looking from a different perspective at your world, and maybe looking at the perspective of the one you left behind, so that you can turn this way and get moving, taking the action you want to take, but with your pockets upright, so that you can recollect and be reimbursed for what you had to sacrifice at the time while you were hanging by your foot by the Divine. And then you don't have to fear losing so much money. As long as you're on the path that you need to walk on, choose the path that's lit up for you by the Divine. It's always been there. You just always chose you always chose the other path. So I guess it appeared to be more a direct path towards prosperity and abundance in your life. And that was, the material world was more quite large, a large focus in your life. You were really focused on what you can get from the world at that time. And it didn't matter who you had to step on to get there, right? You had to sacrifice others in order for you to get what you wanted back then. Just saying, but that's what the cards are saying, okay? So this, now that's clarified, that Judgment's come down and put you in a position where you can gather a different perspective and be enlightened as to who makes you happy, which is the Empress, and that you need to give, you're being judged that whatever you would give, whatever you would take from the world, you need to give it as well. Whereas before you were just taking more than you actually gave. You might have given to charities, but it wasn't like what you get from the world. Okay, the Ace of Cups energy, let's talk about that. Here's the Queen of Swords. She's going to come forward towards you with questions, of course, like what, how, why, and when, and what again. Okay, you know that she's going to have questions, and so she should have questions. You're going to show up telling her that you love her and that you want her back in your life. She's going to go like, what? Aren't you with somebody? Like, what's going on with you? I don't know if I should talk to you. What are you going to do? You're going to cut me out again? Well, that's not going to happen. I'll cut you out first, right? That's the Queen of Swords. Come to me, tell me what, but if your explanation doesn't sound good enough for me, or I don't feel like it's clear, then down goes my sword across your head. She'll just cut you out. Okay, Ace of Cups. What have we got? Ooh, King of Pentacles. Yahoo! I love the King of Pentacles. Death card. Okay, and the Magician with the Ten of Cups. Hallelujah! Yay! Okay, so to clarify the Ace of Cups, we have the King of Pentacles, the Death card, the Magician, and the Ten of Cups. Okay, you are now you're telling when you're talking to her, what you want the outcome to be is that you're going to be rounding up, evolving as the King of Pentacles. He's a very down-to-earth, mature individual who is very successful in what he does. He earns finances, he manages them well, and he keeps earning finances. And he's a king. Like, he's sitting in a golden throne with that great big pentacle above him, with a scepter that has pentacle on it. He is just highly prosperous, abundant, and has a lot to give. He's taken a lot from the world, yes, but he now has equal give and take mindset. So he has a lot to give his lover, the one he's committed to. So that's with the Ace of Cups. Wowee, that's even like the Ace of Cups and all his big pentacles there. I mean, what would you be lacking, right? Ace of Cups, that's the divine inspiration of love, of a new start in love, with knowing that you have what your Empress needs from you, that you're going to come correct, and you're going to have something to offer her, including your huge heart that's full of love for her, and to tell her that you put an end, you've manifested an end to your happily ever after with your individual here who wants you back, your wife. You've ended that. You've manifested an ending for this married life, this family life that you had with her. But at the same time, like, because you're telling her you ended it, okay? You've ended that, but you're also telling her, yes, I've ended that, but also I want to manifest a happily ever after with you. You have that along with the Ten of Pentacles energy, wherever it might be. You have everything you need. Everything. You got an Empress, you got the big cup of love, you've got the Ace of Pentacles, because you don't have to fear that if you do follow the right path that the divine has lit for you, that Ace of Pentacles is going to show up with a lump sum of money, okay, a blessing from the divine. And the Ten of Pentacles is a long-term commitment that's going to include more money, lots of money, lump sums of money, wealth, and in all its forms, and a legacy that you can leave, hand down to your children and your children's children. There's no children in this card, but that would just be you and her. If you have kids, then obviously that's going to include kids. But you're wanting to manifest that, and you will manifest this happily ever after with her. That will be the outcome, as long as you lead with a heart full of love for her and the world. And basically, your Empress is going to be the one that you're going to create a legacy with, because you're going to have an awful lot of assistance from the divine, from the universe, okay? So that all looks really great, You have some really great ideas, what to do, what's best, what's your next best course of action, and that is to move truthfully towards your love interest. So let's, I got a new deck today, the Andromeda Skies, a love oracle. I want to test it out. You're the first one. And let's see what messages you have for your love interest, and maybe we'll see what messages she has for you, whoever your Empress is. I just gotta shuffle them up a little bit because I didn't have time. I just got them just before I sat down to do recordings. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Let's go. What is your first message to your love interest? I feel terrible for hurting you. Well, isn't that perfect? I'm glad you feel terrible for hurting her. Not for long though, okay? Because you're going to talk to her and you're going to straighten it all out. And that you see her as your soulmate. Yay, these cards have been coming up saying these, not in the exact same way, obviously. And I pulled away because I am overwhelmed with all of the things going on in my life. Yeah, you had a lot going on in your life. Remember the Seven of Cups down here? There's a lot on your mind here, and you just thought, oh, I gotta just sit on the fence for a while because there's just too much for me to think about, you know, right? So let's talk about messages this is the divinely guided messages of love from her to you, okay? Those are great. Those are great. I mean, that's exactly what the tarot cards here have been saying all along. You recognize her for who she is, strongly, divinely, look at that, irreplaceable. Well, that's how she felt, right? Irreplaceable. The way you love can never be matched. That's how she felt. So can you imagine how she had felt when you cut her out coldly, callously? Yes, I am trying to make you feel bad, okay? But I do it with love, of course, you know, of course. So yeah, you're irreplaceable in her mind. Okay, sabotage. I mess up the good things in my life sometimes. Well, she thinks she did something to cause you to leave her. She thinks that she may not know that it was she. She obviously knows that you were married and that's why you left. But she's probably thinking that it was something that she's done in the past, that the reason why this all went south. That she maybe was too giving, maybe too available to you. Maybe she feels like she had been pressuring you to say, you know, to be in love with her, and that to make that kind of commitment to her, that you would be with her, that the two of you would have a committed connection, you know, in the future. And she might have felt that she was pushing you away because of that. All right. And reminiscing. I miss our inside jokes. The two of you obviously have a sense of humor with each other, and it's the good things that she's remembering. These are lovely. It's a good thing she's remembering about you. So it looks like she is definitely, she's going to be up to you approaching her, but with the Queen of Swords, you know, and so she should. And then once she gets clarity and can trust that what you say is true, that you do actually deeply love her and you have a lot to offer her, and that you would always be by her side, and you're going to hopefully manifest a happily ever after with her. So this all looks really beautiful, guys. I'm so happy for you, A's. I hope you found this to be enlightening in some way, and that it helps you. And it's about A's, you know, coming correct, straightening up, being enlightened by the divine, allowing the divine to come into your mind and into your heart and get you balanced that way. Then taking action towards the one you love, because if you do it before you're divinely enlightened and balanced, chances are she'll just cut you out and you won't ever see or hear from her again. Just a warning, okay? But otherwise, take good care of yourself until next month, when I pull your letter again at some point in time. I wonder if it'll be the last letter next month. I won't go there. Okay, so anyways, take care, guys. And if you liked what you've seen, please subscribe and like, and take good care. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.